Ow! This happens every time. There's gotta be a better way.
Yuma, it appears we are witnesses to a historical moment.
Are we?
Huh?
I never would have imagined discovering an advanced civilization underneath Kanai Ward.
No, not quite.
There must be treasures sought by adventurers deep inside.
Not quite.
Oh, if I had known this was here, I would have brought along a whip and hat.
Fubuki? We're not underneath Kanai Ward. And that's what happened.
That's it!
Huh?
This is exactly the adventure I have been seeking!
Yeah, let's go! She gonna love this shit.
Hidden treasure inside a labyrinth. Traps blocking our way. Dangerous monsters. This labyrinth is the adventure I was born to take on.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Does she really not get it? Well, that figures.
So, you must be the god of darkness possessing Yuma.
Yeah.
You got it all wrong. I'm not the god of darkness. I'm the god of death.
Same thing.
She's like our guide for the mystery labyrinth.
Right. If you defy me, I'll abandon you in here.
I see. You're the guide to hell that dwells in the labyrinth. So you are the god of darkness.
Basically.
Then you are plotting to interfere with us. I will not yield to you.
She doesn't get it at all.
It's like she's not listening. This is why I hate naive, sheltered skanks.
Naive. Sheltered? Calling me a skank is one thing, but sheltered?
Madam. Madam. You have your priorities in reverse. I don't think you fully... Okay.
Yuma, I swear I shall conquer this labyrinth. I cannot abide this vulgar god of darkness calling me naive and sheltered.
Why are you okay with being called a skank? Being called naive and sheltered, that's the line. But being called a skank, you're like, yeah, whatever.
Fubuki, please, calm down.
Why? Okay.
Anyway, Master, let's do it again. We've got to put on a fiercer display than ever before for this sheltered skank.
Fiercer than usual?
Fubuki, just a heads up. Please don't take anything you're about to see in a weird way.
No, she will. No, she will. She's absolutely going to.
Master,
Oh my god.
are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Again, why did we not get Halava's reaction?
I am.
Why did we not get Halava's reaction to this nonsense?
Was concealing a weapon all along! And yet, Yuma, you have disarmed the god of darkness and stolen her weapon!
Yes.
Master, we don't have time to deal with this. Just chop her up with a solution blade.
Absolutely not!
Here, I spat out the solution keys for you.
You were smuggling that many keys on you? You must be a serial burglar, god of darkness! Your crimes are far worse than I first imagined!
Seriously, you're such a dumb, sheltered skank. How do you hope to clear the mystery labyrinth like this?
You called me sheltered again.
Why is that the problem? Why is that the line?
There, calm down.
I refuse. I do not like conflict, but I will not stand idly by while being insulted. For the honor of the Clockford family name, I must fight.
Sheesh, give me a break.
Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth! Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
I will not lose to the god of darkness. I will conquer this labyrinth sealed in shadow and find a hidden treasure deep within.
This doesn't look very promising. I can see numbers.
It looks like a countdown. I told you 1,000,000 times. The mystery labyrinth is the materialized form of the case from the real world. Maybe this is a recreation of the countdown timer that caused you such a headache.
You mean the bomb? Then if the timer reaches 0...
It'll go kaboom! You and the whole mystery labyrinth will be blown to smithereens!
What's funny about that?
Did you set up the bomb in this labyrinth? I see. A dirty trick, befitting the god of darkness. Yuma, we must hurry. If we take too much time, the labyrinth will collapse, along with the treasure inside. Let us make all haste to obtain the treasure and escape via waterfall out of the destroyed dungeon.
Wait! It's not safe! Jeez. It's too dangerous for Fubuki to go alone. Although, maybe not. She could use her ability in an emergency.
Oh, I should let you know. Fortes can't be used in here.
Huh? Really?
That sheltered skank is just tagging along inside the mystery labyrinth.
It's kind of weird how that's not come up
She
before.
won't be able to use her abilities.
Oh, now I'm worried. Let's hurry after her.
It's kind of strange how that has literally not come up until now.
Fubuki?
Is she just not bothered by them?
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
I don't think so.
Those are cues. It's a materialized mystery. She's already buried beneath them.
Oh, another round oddity over here?
A phantom.
Found you! You're a terrorist, bomber, murderer, and a maggot who doesn't deserve to live. You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
I didn't do it! When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals.
How horrifying! So these are the labyrinth's monsters? You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our path?
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you boom kill these things.
Let us do it, Yuma!
Hey, Dominic.
Why is she a
You're
fairy?
good at doing laundry, right? Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
I can understand him being like a giant, like a goddamn like giant military experiment monster type thing. But why is she a fairy? Is it because she's an e-girl? Like, I don't get it. What is the fascination nowadays with like every game has like an e-girl in it? Pokemon has what's her name? Iono. There's this game. Like, I'm noticing a like sudden increase of e-girls in video games. These goddamn VTubers. They have tainted the world.
And faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof. How terrible of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse. All to make it look like a suicide. With no witnesses up there.
No?
Safe.
That's right.
Just admit it. I can help.
Oh,
Faster shooting
press that
Shachi.
on. Fuck it. Why have that on there?
You did as you pleased. Go die and be reborn already, okay?
It's just that first one, isn't it? About shooting it. It's literally just that simple.
Admit it. Faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
Yeah, it's literally just that easy. Okay, cool.
No, I'm not the one who shot him. I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off. The security footage proves it.
The monsters retreated. Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer. As a sign of my respect, may I call you the Warrior of Light?
Sure.
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's keep going.
By the way, Yuma, why were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
I was seen under incriminating circumstances. Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you just confessed.
Yeah, I know, right?
I told you I didn't do it! Whoa, what's happening?
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something out quick.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
The mystery of what? Why it's flooding? I mean, we know why. The power plant draining system was fucked with. Oh, Fubuki having fun. That girl's spinning.
can't hold out any longer.
Strength of what? Strength. I'm sorry. Strength of what? What does strength have to do with? Okay, I'm confused.
This way.
That was quite the surprise.
Fubuki, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
It's all right. This should be fine. Come on, Fubuki. What's wrong? You need to jump over here.
I am not very good at physical activity.
Huh?
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
Very well. I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
Fubuki!
I was fully expecting the goddamn QTE.
It's too early to relax. Come on, keep going.
Thank you, Yuma. Something is off. I attempted to rewind time, but was unable to.
About that, you can't use your abilities while inside the mystery labyrinth.
Huh? Is this the work of the God of Darkness? Her frightening power has sealed away my forte?
So you finally noticed.
I wish you'd quit trying to make things worse.
With your precious powers gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth. Now stay put and keep out of trouble.
No.
Hindrance?
About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his own gun, right?
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot, and I could smell gunpowder. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty shell. Which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding. Fubuki?
I am a hindrance.
No, you're a good girl. Don't worry about it.
What, still thinking about that? You should have known that already. You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve.
Hey, she got it resolved. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
Fubuki, are you okay?
I am fine. I can stand on my own. Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
You don't have to worry about it. If anything stands in our way, we'll work together to overcome it.
No, this is something I must do on my own. I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Clockford family.
Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
What do you mean playing? What do you mean playing?
Playing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You're always like this.
exactly. What do you mean playing?
Curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma? You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You gave that to him.
You gave me that title, Fubuki.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too. In contrast, I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time.
Nah, you're cute.
And my only merit is useless here.
You're also weirdly sharp and on point and rational where humor was not. So, like, you have that too.
So sad. You're not gonna make it through here.
I'd like it if we did.
You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out. Master, help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat.
How? Again, Yuma has no defensive capabilities. You can't do that. You can throw words at people, but that's it.
Even if you didn't fire the gun, a friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you. And you planted it in Shachi's hand. That was your maggot master plan! Huh? Where was the shot taken? There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You shot from the roof of the building next door!
Let's slash through this mystery.
I don't know why, but I knew it was that goddamn solution key, so I was just sitting there, I was waiting.
The building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop. But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle. But the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal. Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
Also, Yuma's too short to shoot someone at that height, regardless. Like he's so short that it would have had an angle at the bullet hole anyway.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact. But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide. If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
Why would they do that?
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness? Huh?
Huh?
Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide.
Ah, she knows. Let's go.
Assuredly. And what are you basing that on? The victim carried a gun, did he not? If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him. And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide. That actually makes sense.
Ah, yeah, get fucked.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
So it must be a homicide. No! Suicide! Homicide! Suicide!
Ah, here we go. We got to choose.
There are 2 doors?
Homicide, suicide. Where are we going?
Huh?
The letters are written in blood. Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers?
Kind of.
And it illuminates this cursed labyrinth?
Sort of. Yes.
Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Let's focus on this part. Is this a suicide or a homicide? We need to narrow it down now.
Homicide.
It is clearly a homicide.
Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide!
Alright, cool. We're going this way. We're bussing.
Right here.
See? Fubuki's a smart girl sometimes. Very rarely, but sometimes.
I'm sure this is the right way.
I knew it. This case had to be a homicide.
If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right?
No.
But Master, you were on the emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers were behind the door. Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You'd better explain yourself.
Very well, I shall.
Go on.
I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet.
You could have just... Because there was the explosion off the side of the building. Maybe that left a hole in the wall that they could have jumped into, like loop around. Maybe if they had like a rope or something.
Oh no! The walls!
Come on, spit it out. The mystery labyrinth won't wait forever, you know.
I know, but
Yuma!
if it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue left behind at the crime scene.
The umbrella?
If I can just remember something.
The umbrella?
Oh, like this? Here, this is everything left at the scene. This should be easy mode. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Master.
Thank you.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide hidden here.
We do not have much time. Please hurry, Yuma.
There must be something suspicious, something that stands out.
Either the umbrella or the gun.
There has to be a clue. I have to find it.
It's either the fact that a left-handed gun was in a right-handed person's hand, or it's the umbrella.
I know, it's this. This has to be related to the murder.
Oh, the wall stopped. Looks like it's the right one.
That is the gun that fired the fatal shot, right? But how can you determine it was a homicide?
There's something unique about this gun. A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left, but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
Yeah. So he's left-handed. So, and again, the gun was found in his right hand. So it'd be kind of awkward for a right-handed person to like try to shoot himself with the left-handed gun, you know? Especially like if you're not your dominant hand, the grip won't be as strong and shit like that. Like,
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how you even noticed it. You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
yeah, exactly that.
It got even longer. Oh well, anyway. This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place. It's happening again?
Of course. You haven't solved the mystery itself. Yuma, over there! Could you try shooting it with the gun?
I'm no marksman. Oh, but it could work inside the mystery labyrinth. If this gun is the answer... Huh? It's not loaded?
If you can't shoot it, then you're still missing something.
Something? Do you mean like why I think this gun is out of place? I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out?
Well, Yuma, did you solve it?
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place?
Because he's left-handed.
The reason why must be relevant.
Are you saying you need my help to solve this? Oh, fine. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out one bit.
Again, he's left-handed.
Lay it all out.
Alright, Fubuki. First of all, don't question why she's doing this. Second of all, maybe join her. Maybe join her. We already know you like putting on different outfits, so you know what, it's fine. I'm still not entirely sure what the point of all of this is, though. Like why?
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle? Twirling, twirling, twirling. That's right. Great. Keep that up. Great.
Again, Fubuki, maybe you want to get on here, you know? Maybe. Maybe. You can't do that, but you know. I mean, who knows? Maybe you can. But what is the point? Like, so he was killed by someone to make it look like a suicide. Still assuming it's the water dude because it's a fucking water-based crime. But like, why? What does that do?
Is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand.
Like, what does that do? Like, does he want to rob the power plant? No. Like, did he work for the power plant? What did he work for? No, he didn't work for anything. He was a swimmer. Yeah, like what? Because he used the power plant to flood the place. What would that... Why would killing Sachi... What would that matter? The side of their building was like blown up. There was an explosion in the car park. Somehow their safe got from their building to the power plant. Somehow. I don't understand what the purpose of anything is.
If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way. Which means Shachi is left-handed.
Look, the exit. You did it, Yuma.
Oh, it worked.
All thanks to yours truly. No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction. What? But we'd all be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist. I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
I know, it's hard to believe
Sure,
sometimes.
say what you want. Anyway, let's hurry. Countdown is still going.
right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
You were so close to figuring out this mystery.
Are we?
Let's hurry it up, Master.
Are we?
Yeah, got it.
What? Look, another monster.
Alrighty, we're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You wanna know why? Because the homicide route ends here. That shutty terrorist committed suicide. After all. Right, Dominic?
You kept insisting it was a homicide earlier, but now you're going with the suicide theory?
These monsters are cheaters. Maybe they're cheaters because they're monsters. Are you defending the monsters? Curse you, God of Darkness, Queen of Monsters! I'm not defending them. I can't even follow this whole monsters and God of Darkness story you have going.
Now's not the time to be fighting!
Bad luck. Looks like it's a dead end. You can proceed. Because it wasn't a homicide. Shachi definitely committed suicide.
My claim doesn't hold up! No! Shachi didn't commit suicide! All the evidence points to the contrary!
You know you're super annoying, right? Fine. I'll crush you like a bug. So what? What if the gun was designed for the left hand? You can still shoot yourself. Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand. Therefore, a death by suicide. There's no proof a culprit fired the gun. No contradiction. It's a suicide. We're done here. Time to go home.
Right.
Yeah.
So what if... Still shoot yourself? Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
It was found in his right hand, so it's not his dominant hand.
Shachi was left-handed, but he was found dead with the gun in his right hand. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand. Which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. His death was a setup. It's a homicide.
You managed once again to slay the monsters. That confirms it. The homicide route was the correct one.
Ah, yeah.
Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here. Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side.
Let's not get carried away.
No, it cannot be. Could this be an illusion she conjured forth?
You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Let's carry on for now.
Oh yeah, a boat. I'm on a boat. It's going fast, Dan. Got a nautical theme, patch me in an Afghan. That's the one part of the song I'll never forget, because it's so out there. Of all the things. A nautical themed Pashmina Afghan. I don't know why, but that has stuck with me for years.
Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
Huh. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use? Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
Probably.
Maybe the gun was a gift.
A gift? From whom?
From Gun Girl.
A woman named Iruka manages the Resistance's weapons. She was the one who designed it.
Gifting a gun is so romantic.
Is it?
It delights my adventurer's heart.
Is it?
It does?
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Everyone's kind of casual about that sudden drop. Okay, fair enough.
The location where the culprit shot Shachi.
Yep. Even if this case is a homicide, that's still a mystery.
On the roof.
But if you know it was in fact a homicide, then the answer has to be here.
On the roof still.
I have no idea what it could be, but I am confident that you can discover the answer. For you are he who tames the God of Darkness.
What?
Holy great detective warrior Light Yuma.
What?
How long is my name going to get?
Hopefully two screens. I'm gonna assume it's on the roof.
Right here!
Hey, correct. Alright, let's go, baby. A bit shot in the dark. It just seemed the most plausible out of the others.
That was the right answer, but if he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide. That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
But Yuma, you said nobody was there when you arrived.
That's what we have to figure out now. When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Where could the murderer have gone?
This is...
We're back at the crime scene. Follow the culprit's escape route? You need to escape in the same way the culprit did after committing the crime. Though it is fairly high, would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto. Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed.
It's in his face, don't worry about it.
Emergency stairs. As the culprit was in a state of emergency, it is only natural that they would make use of emergency stairs. Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him. What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not? I mean, when the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are killing me here. Yet again, you called me sheltered.
Why is that the problem?
I'm just telling you like it is. Sheltered there, sheltered that. You're sheltered in a skank. I've never even seen a shelter, let alone been in one. Skank is acceptable, but sheltered crosses the line. Please stop calling me that. Well.
Okay. While all of that was funny, we need to talk about how she said, "I've never even seen a shelter." she said skank is fine, but please don't call me sheltered. But she said, "I've never even seen a shelter."
I don't know if the culprit realized I was there. The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around. Which makes it hard to imagine that the culprit escaped from here.
Is it easier to imagine that the criminal simply went back inside through this door?
No, that's impossible. At the time of the incidents, the peacekeepers were on the other side of it.
I see. If the culprit had gone inside through here, they would have been apprehended by those peacekeepers. Well, it's safe to say this wasn't the escape route. Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building? Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon? The culprit must be quite the adventurous thrill-seeker.
But those high voltage lines would get in the way. You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
That's what you're disappointed about?
Yuma. This is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
And yet, we can't figure out how the culprit got off the rooftop.
Mysteriful.
This isn't funny! At this rate, we'll run out of time!
What are we supposed to do? There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the Mystery Labyrinth. Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews?
That's not a thing.
This isn't an attraction at some theme park. Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your job and guide him?
I mean, she right.
The god of of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a stupid, sheltered skank that's completely useless.
You called me sheltered again! How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes...
Seriously, are you dense?
Quiet, please!
Head on right? When are you gonna start being useful?
I feel much better.
Together already!
Just how many insults
What's
do
with the
you intend
clockwork
to
hammer
hurl at
thing
me?
anyway?
Yes, that is
You're
obvious.
wasting
I'm not
time.
able to
It's
use my
completely
powers here,
useless
but
in
at
the
least I
mystery
can leave
labyrinth,
you
you know.
Yeah, alright. Alright, they're having fun.
It must have been on their roof.
They're
when
having
they
fun.
committed the crime. They escaped somehow, but how? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene. Wait, if nothing was there, what if the culprit destroyed evidence?
What? Destroyed evidence? Then leave it to yours truly. I'll wring it out of your mind, Master.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around. So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
How about when Shachi first called me up to the rooftop? The culprit wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare it to when I found the corpse.
Alrighty, leave it to me.
What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here?
Let's do it, Master!
It can't be!
Wait!
Are you alright, Yuma?
I just want to know what the umbrella had to do with anything.
So much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma.
Yeah.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse. If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around. Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
Got it. I'll hurry.
Follow the culprit's route, escape route.
Yuma,
Thank you, dear. I mean, the explosion had to do something with it, right? Like, there's no way it didn't.
It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of. There's nothing of note on this side of the wall. What is that? A storm drain? Has that always been there? Oh, right. The explosion.
There we go.
The explosion that happened right after I found the body must have buried it in rubble.
How okay. I thought when these crime scene recreations occur, you can only have the information that were present to you at the time. Like it was described in the prologue that the crime scene was exactly as it was, just you were too frazzled to like see all the detail. But I don't see how this could possibly have been uncovered in a world state that Yuma did not have like actual information to.
So the drain was covered after a mysterious explosion.
Okay, so the drain cover was open. Whoever was in here jumped jumped from the roof into the water. I wonder what person could do with water-based crimes. That's crazy. And then the explosion was to cover it up. Boy, it's almost like we know who did this.
Find anything, Master?
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Really? You did it, Yuma!
Mystery phantoms!
Chirp, 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 chirp. I was curious what all the tweeting was about.
Madam, we don't have Twitter.
You're still fantasizing
It's X
about
now.
all this nonsense? He committed suicide. There's nobody to pursue. After all, there's no place a culprit could run to. No one can run off a rooftop.
No one could escape the rooftop.
Which means if you can disprove that, then we'll defeat them and press forward.
What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shotzi committed suicide. You're such a maggot. There is no other culprit. No one could have left that rooftop.
My claim doesn't hold up!
I may have missed the first one because I actually wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at the audio. I was like, damn, 8 hours? Jesus. And then I
There
got
is a
hit.
culprit. There's a way to escape from the roof, too!
Ugh, such a drag. We're still talking about that? What a downer!
I'm sorry, what? What the fuck does that? Okay. What? Okay, that's yeah, alright.
It had to be on the roof if it's not suicide. So, where did the culprit go? You can't escape through the roof door. You can't escape through the emergency stairs. Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time? All impossible! There's simply no place to run.
I'll slash through this mystery! No, there is a way out! The drain directly below the rooftop!
Don't let any shady statement slip by.
Each hand to ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answer you think is right. Okay. Fucking riddle.
Green? Found it. What's that got to do with green from the roof? How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
With this, I'll expose the truth!
Not really a riddle. They asked a question and I rebutted.
That's right! The culprit dove into the drain from the roof! That was the culprit's escape route!
I can't imagine who was able to dive into water from such a high elevation.
But to leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
I wasn't sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way.
I can't imagine who would do that.
So the culprit used a bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape.
I can't imagine who would do that. Like, who would have some sort of swimming and diving ability? That's crazy.
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
Yep, get good.
I have to jump from up here? And now more drains have suddenly appeared. What is happening?
Faster!
And she's spinning again.
Trying to jump!
No, I don't! I'm already falling!
She loves spinning.
This way!
Alright, fair enough. Looked like Dig Dug for a second there.